Hello everyone! Today I am opening my Wrack and Ruin Rivals deck. At last, I got it for Christmas, but well, I didn't get around playing, so it all takes a while before we open it. It says it's a ready to play Rivals deck for the warband in the Mastery playstyle. So, Mastery, that's well, a bit of everything. Has some aggro, has some objective holding. I think you can describe it the best that whatever card they had that didn't fit, and the same goes with warbands, in a certain aggro or objective holding or defensive playstyle, or flex as that's called, they just tossed it into the Mastery style. So it opens up with a small card box inside, so extra protection is always nice, and trying to get it open is not always that nice. I know I could do like so many, just cut the video for a moment and come back when it's open, but yeah, that's not my thing, I'm too lazy for that. We'll just all do it live on camera, because suspension, oh Jesus, bloody hell, and it's full, so I can't open it from that side. Let's corn! Do it corn way! Rack it all! Destruction for the win! And even that's not working? Oh man. I can't remember having this much trouble when I open my Fury deck, so let's blame it. When I'm filming this, it's a Monday morning, and haha, here we have it. It's open! Success! The Wrack and Ruin deck. The depths of Emberguard are ablaze, inflamed by the emotionless of battling warbands. Clusters of emberstone burn with blah 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 blah. So yeah, let's go just grab the things. And what do we have here? First one, Alone in the Dark. Score in end phase if no fights are adjacent for 2. That's basically what I ever played with Elotane, so that's a great card. Bloody and Bruised for 1. Score this immediately after warband inflicts damage on an enemy fighter if 3 or more fighters are damaged, so that's also a pretty easy to score aggro card if you play aggro. I am actually considering using this deck in the future. I've got an idea, but I still has to stew. Careful Advance. 2 or more friendly fighters have move tokens in enemy territory, also easily scoreable. Living on the Edge. Score things in end if a vulnerable player fighter is in enemy territory. Yeah, perhaps. Low on options. You discard a power card if 3 or more ploy cards are in your power card this pile. Yeah, you score that also automatically, because remember, every card that you actually play also goes in your discard pile, so that's a easy score. Out of the Frying Pan. 3 or more damage friendly fighters that have move in or charge tokens are in enemy territory. That's a bit harder if you play with the critter warbands. Score if you play 3 or more ploys in this battle round. Very situational. Benefit is you don't have the upgrades and everything could just count as a ploy, so okay. Predictable end, score this immediately after an ability on a friendly Wrack and Ruin card inflicts damage. Maybe. Spread Out, score in end phase if there's friendly fighters in each territory. That's good for larger warbands. Stay Close, no fighters in edge hexes. If they know you play Wrack and Ruin, they are gonna play against it. I did it in a tournament as well, so that's very situational. Strong Start. Slain, if that's basically the old cards from the first kill of the round is one of the other guys. Unsafe Ground. That's also damaging in an edge hex, so you got a card that they have to be in edge hexes, and at least you can score for damaging them while they are in those edge hexes, so those two play a bit nicely, but it all depends what sort of warband. So then we got the 10 ploys and the 10 upgrades. The So Confusion, picking 2 fighters that you can switch. Damned if you do, it's giving a choice for pushing or pinging. Deadly Traps, that's also a ping damage thingy. That's again on a not vulnerable one, which is a common theme mostly. Fault Lines, ping damage. Fireproof, damage reduction. Flee, get away. Omnious Rumbling. Your opponent must pick one of the following abilities. 2 enemy fighters, give each a stagger or ping. And again, not vulnerable ping, so that's hard with all the pinging and not being invulnerable, so It's good against elite bands to weaken them, and then because you generally do now 1 or 2 damage with your average fighter, so you just have to ping him first and then attack, and not the other way around like you used to do in the previous edition. Very important distinction. So you ping in his power step and then you attack in yours. Then it's perfectly manageable. Sidle up, pick a friendly fighter, push him 2 hexes. Push is always good. You must be adjacent to 2 or more fighters then, so might be handy for Zarbag's Gits, but not as much for the Emperor Guard. Fish is intense, play immediately after you pick a melee weapon part of an attack, and that gives +1 attack dice. And if he's undamaged, you get +2 attack dice, so that's a pretty good card. Volcanic Eruption is also situational ping. Then you got Barge, which basically does, well, the Barge from first edition that nobody did, and now you can do it for 2 glory, so you don't equip that shit. Desperate Defenses gives a damage reduction, Fiery Temper. It gives you 1 damage, and then if you get pushed, so why would you use it? Then you don't get pushed, but you get a damage. If you play an elite objective holding band, okay, like the vampires, great speed, 3-1 for +1 move, always handy, because it's 0, so if you got a spot, you can take that. Not really needed, but a support card, Misfortune, ill-fated, you can do 1 damage on then a fighter, and then you can remove an upgrade and equip it on another one for 0. Doubtful if that's handy. Rock Splitting Thread, yeah, that's pretty cool. You can do damage and might lose the card. You don't exactly lose the card, but you might lose the card. So, Sundering Weapon has Cleave, Unstoppable. As long as he's vulnerable, he just ignores 1 damage. So that's a pretty good card, because not only you can reduce to 1 damage and then you ignore it, so that's a good combo in the deck. And Weary Threat, you can use the ability of Last Power Step in a battle round. Push this fighter 1 hex, that push cannot end adjacent to any fighters. Also good for objective taking plays, but yeah, it's a bit of a ping deck that allows you to go the objective capturing route, because you're mostly running around then and not charging and attacking, and at least you got a ping then to weaken the opponent a bit, and when he gets too close you can strike, because generally the objective taking warbands like the Sepulchral Guard, the Zarbag's Gits, the Ghoul Band with 7, the Grimwatch, the Thorns, they all have like little minions with 2 wounds and 1 damage attack, so they're not going to do much by themselves. You almost need to throw 3 against an opponent to take him down, like a Stormcast or something, or an Orc, and now you can at least ping them a bit, so they actually must watch out what happens when you get too close with your little minions. So it's not a bad deck, but well, it's a bit of a specialty deck, and I think it's a very good deck to fill up gaps in another. Like this one with the Pillage and Plunder looks like a very fun combination. You weaken him while you do your plundering and your objective delving and everything, or Guard Sentinels, a bit in the same style, and then you can just do your damage a bit with this deck that fills in holes in the whole combination. That's my opinion on it, pure theory of course, so I'll concoct something and then I will see how it goes. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.